na-depress ako kasi syempre mahirap para sa isang magulang na yung anak mo kaiba dun sa mga batang kasing edad niya na malaya. Siya hindi eh.
All throughout his childhood, 13-year-old Kenneth Kaabay has lived with cerebral palsy, a disorder which affects his movement, muscle tone, and motor skills. Due to his condition, the abilities of Kenneth's body is greatly hindered, having difficulty with simple movements and coordination, such as sitting, eating, and speaking.
Bali, nung pinanganak ko si Kenneth, na-overdue siya. Then after 3 months, nung ko nalaman na kaiba siya sa mga baby na sa age niya. Kasi hindi siya nagre-response kung kailan siya nagugutom, kailangan orasan mo siya, hindi rin siya umiiyak.
Though the cause of the disability isn't always known, cerebral palsy is often caused by brain damage that happens when a child's brain is still developing, such as before birth or during early infancy.
Nangyari kay Kenneth, doon sa work ko sa electronics, parang na-absorb niya yung exposed kasi siya sa radiation and then chemical. Siguro kaya naging cerebral palsy siya.
As years passed, the signs and symptoms of cerebral palsy became even more apparent, with Kenneth developing vision difficulties, intellectual disabilities, plus his speech development was also delayed, as well as his learning how to walk. Kenneth does not belong to a family of means. His father works as a tricycle driver, while Marinela had to resign from her work at the factory to be able to devote her full attention to Kenneth, as having cerebral palsy requires lifelong therapy and medication, which doesn't come cheap.
Bali, tinutulungan ako ng city government sa therapy niya, and then yung sa gamot niya, tinutulungan din nila ako. And then yung barangay namin, kahit papano, tinutulungan din ako para sa kanya.
Despite the challenges brought upon by cerebral palsy to her child, Marinela, like all mothers, continued to persevere, nurturing and caring for Kenneth despite his condition, treating him like a normal child and giving him opportunities and responsibilities.
Si Kenneth, hindi ko naman siya tinatrato na parang special na special eh. Sa bahay kasi ano siya eh, siya yung kuya talaga eh. Kasi nakikitaan ko siya ng improvement eh. Kaya pinag-aral ko siya kahit hindi siya nakakasulat.
Though the life of a person with disability like Kenneth is filled with roadblocks and challenges, the disability shouldn't be a hindrance for those suffering from it to be able to live a healthy and normal life. Pushing them to be differently abled rather than disabled. And there's no stronger development tool in learning perseverance to live life to the fullest than with the world's most popular sport, football.
Many people around the world really know football as the beautiful game. And for us, that beautiful game should be played by everyone, anyone, no matter who that person is, whether they're, of course, normal or whether they have difficulties. In the process, they're actually getting healthier. This is like their physical therapy, playing football and having fun.
CP football is a team sport designed for individuals with cerebral palsy or acquired brain injury. Since 1984, this sport has been a part of the Paralympic Games program, which provides aspiration and inspiration for the differently abled to become para-athletes. And here in the Philippines, multiple organizations have partnered together to raise awareness for the sport.
You know, we've been doing this Paralympic development for the last 20 plus years. And it starts with our being able to create public awareness on the importance of being involved and engaged in sports or physical fitness activities.
With increased awareness comes opportunities. By next year, the 10th ASEAN Para Games will be hosted by the Philippines with 16 sports all to be played by para-athletes. As early as now, preparations have been made in scouting players to join the national team for CP football. So to make it easier in finding potential para-athletes that will represent the country's largest telecommunications company provided communication support to the sports committee and organization to help reach out to all interested cerebral palsy football players across the country.
So Globe provided the Henry Moran Foundation with all the communication support they need to go around the country and find the most talented players with this kind of condition in order to develop them and bring them to the ASEAN Para Games.
A lot of the talent that we don't really realize actually is in the provinces outside of Metro Manila. So key to reaching out to where the talents are is really communication. And I think this is a very helpful tool that Globe is providing to be able to reach out.
And since last month, about 50 para-athletes with cerebral palsy from all over the country have trained and immersed themselves to CP football. Training with all their heart to earn a spot at the 14-man CP football national team to represent the Philippines in next year's ASEAN Para Games. And Kenneth Kaabay is among the hopefuls who has now discovered the beauty and fun behind the sport. Even his mother, Marinela, is surprised to see his son's enthusiasm and eagerness in such sports activity.
And then nagulat ako, kaya niya kasi hindi nag-sports yan eh. Hindi siya marunong basketball, any games. Alam lang niya, manood ng TV, mag-school. Eh nakita ko sumisipa na siya ng ball. Kaya sabi ko, kaya pala niya. Sana makayanan ni Kenneth, maka-survive siya.
The TM Sports Program is our program that allows kids all around the country to develop in a sport that they love. Over the past several years, we've been offering basketball development programs and football development programs. This year, specifically for TM Football Para sa Bayan, we partnered with the Henry Moran Foundation to help develop kids with cerebral palsy.